inside pedal up. Good job, look ahead. Hi folks, Trail Whisperer Rich Drew back, and it's time for another Trailside how-to. And for anybody who's a Bentonville resident, oh yeah, you're gonna recognize where we're at. This is all American, and this spot, it's towards the end where you come to Crystal Bridges, bunch of switchbacks, bunch of tight switchbacks, and you're heading downhill. Now, like the rock berm we dealt with on our last episode, this one right here, also the bane of many people's existence, but it doesn't need to be that way. And today, I'm gonna give you some insight on how to cruise through these with a giant smile on your face and then enjoy the rest that All American has to offer. So of course, you know what question's next. Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready to hop on this Da Vinci DC. Get a little electric power. Woo! All right, so what are we gonna think about when we're dealing with this section? Very similar to what I instructed you to do on that rock berm higher up on All American. So the first thing we need to think about is our vision. So when I come into that turn behind me, into this first pretty tight hairpin left, I want my vision to be up. So vision is the first thing. I'm looking ahead, I'm gonna take a quick scan to the left to see what else I have to deal with after. Once I have the vision piece sorted, then I have to move into where do I enter the turn? And yes, you guessed it right, I want to enter on the far outside. So I want to maximize the space I have on the trail going into the turn. Remember, we're going to flatten that turn out. So once I have that dialed, next, pedal position. So I want to get that inside pedal up, so that'll give me that base to stand on the outside pedal when I get to the next step. And the next step, my friends, is leaning that bike. So you got to remember the physics behind this. There's a really good berm here. They're a little bit higher, a lot of traction, so I want to use that to my advantage. So really try to stay up high, or as high as you can, on that berm to use that and give you that traction you need. From there, once I work through, I want to let the eyes go up, scan out to see what's coming, and follow the same technique as I go through the rest of these turns. Now think about it. You're going downhill, so you're gonna pick up a little bit more speed, and I'll give you a little bit of advice here. As you get lower, these turns are gonna get progressively tighter. So in order to deal with that, stay as high as you can as you come into the turn. So that's, a lot of people, what they're gonna do is they're gonna come in low when they get scared and go up the turn. So don't do that. You wanna stay high and use that to your advantage. All right, now, we've broken it down once again. All that's left is to go through it. All right, we're in the third of, we'll call it the 5 turns here at the bottom. And this is where it starts to get really tight. So this third turn is considerably tighter, and you got a decent amount of elevation change from there to there. So again, it's very important. Look ahead, be in control when you come in, and try to stay as high as possible. So if you get high up here and you get nervous, what you can do as a rider is just turn down. So your instinct is gonna be come in tight here, pick up speed, and go out that way. We don't want that. What I want is come in higher. Be a little uncomfortable at first, but what that'll allow you to do is, especially if you have a dropper, you can literally drop your seat, which it should already be dropped. You can sit down, put your foot out, and just turn right down. And that's gonna be kind of the baby step to get you more comfortable with coming in higher and following it around all the way like you should. Okay, another thing that we need to point out, like we did last time, was hips back. So be very careful. As we're standing here, we're watching a lot of people come through, and what they're doing is they're shooting those hips back. So the defensive posture, the natural human instinct, I need you to fight that and stay here so you have more leverage to push the bike. said, wait a minute, you're telling me you're bringing a proper entry into this turn? I don't think so. Proof's in the pudding, my friend, or the tire tracks. I've seen a lot of people here come in low and sweep up way high. This is very dangerous because this is a super tight turn. Do yourself a favor, come in as high as you can on this and use this well-built berm. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, crew, there you have it. The berms at the bottom of All-American, possibly berms in your neck of the woods, broken down. Use the technique, come in, high eyes, see where you're going. Use all of the trail, come in as wide as you possibly can. Get the inside pedal up, get that bike leaned. Use the physics to your advantage. Get up on that berm, lean the bike, stand on that outside pedal. Keep the hips neutral, track your eyes through where you're headed out, have a big smile, have fun. So hopefully this Trailside how-to helped you out and made your next ride a little bit better. I don't know. From here, we're gonna hit some more cool stuff, play around a little bit more on the Da Vinci DC, and enjoy this beautiful weather here in the Oz Trails. So peace out, dumpers.